I need your permission to record. Okay, so moving on for the ER principle, yeah, we refresh across all sales functional, like mainly I think it's IGTA and here PDI, IGB, and NCR, a bit, the practices a bit different. Yeah, so the third thing is also emphasize on the email integration. So here you can read yourself on the email integration, how you can do and how it benefits you. I wouldn't go into detail one by one today. Yeah, so again, I'm mentioning and explaining this on the, I'll say, on top of that, you guys already understand ER principle. I believe you guys understand already. So I wouldn't go detail one by one. Then moving on, I put the information about company cross-checking so that for your new members, then when they read this thing, then they know they need to check other like companies or other organizations for example, NCI's organization. Yeah, check one by one to see if got any existing one already. Okay. Yeah, moving on is also emphasized on the 60 days cross-checking again. So here, yeah, so mainly is also emphasized for everyone that your main reference is deals, okay? So it doesn't matter your, the lead owner is who, or like whatever is under who, it only matters the deal is under who. Yeah, so for example, this deal is under MC, then yeah, it's MC deal like that. Then yeah, okay, this one is the last year one, so it already passed already, so it's not under help anymore. And then, yeah, and then it's based on the last update here. Yeah, okay. So also here got mentioned about if there's any deal activity within 60 days like that, then you need to let other LCs know. And then everyone need to update the information. Yeah, because according to Compendium here also written that whatever information you return need to update within 5 working days. So again, you can click into the link now also. Okay. Then moving on is the standardized deal name format. Okay. So I realized some LCs, right, they don't like to put their LC name on the deal. And then here actually will cause a confusion, which actually when people are looking through, right, they might not know this deal is under which LC like that. Yeah, so to make it clear, right, we already have the standardized deal name, which is LC, and then your function. So from here, a lot of times you also tag the wrong person like that. Or maybe sometimes, like I think previously when I was EST, I also text you guys about some EWA deals. Then you told me, oh, it's actually from your EWA one. Yeah, so to make it clearer, put your LC and then put is for which function, and then the timeline also. So you're approaching for when one. So it's winter 2021, then you put up. So like for Alicia's one, if you are approaching your OP for the next year one, then you put the next year one. Okay. Then the company name. And then I think the pipeline you guys also know how to fill already. So this one I wouldn't explain. Yeah. So again, the emphasis is based on the last update. Okay. You can put your close date to further, but then to decide whether the deal, the company is under who is based on the last update. It's not based on the close date. Yeah. Okay. Then, okay, so far am I going too fast? If it's okay, you can put a cool, and I don't know why it's a VPPM thing. Okay, never mind. Oh, okay, nice. Okay, then the 60 days thing here also have a very clear process already. Yeah. So, okay, for example, you're interested in another LC's lead company, blah, 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 right? Okay, so if the deal has and is actively in touch within 60 days, you need to contact the respective LC core account manager. So later I'll explain more on who is core account manager, all those, okay? Yeah, so you need to contact them and they need to respond within 5 working days. Moving on, if let's say the deal has no active, it's not active for more than 60 days already, but it's less than 6 months. So you have the right to take the lead, okay? You can straight away take the lead. However, you need to let the core account manager know, okay? So 60 days is around 2 months. So if, let's say the company was contacted by someone, but it's more than 2 months, but less than 6 months, okay? More than 60 days, I use 60 days. Then you need to let the person know, even though you have the right to take the lead. Yeah, and if let's say the deal is not active for more than 6 months, you can straight away take the lead without informing the core account manager. So sometimes like you guys are a bit scared, oh, what if that LC, PIC core account manager is still handling? Yeah, but here we already said it, then if more than 6 months, you don't need to contact. And then for the certain LCs that also like mentioned to me, oh, the lead is actually last year one, so don't need to come ask me. Yeah. So here you can see is if it's more than 6 months, then don't need to let the other person know. Yeah. Okay. So moving on, we have the ER database tool. also. Yeah, so what is the ER database tool? So I think it's going back to the question just now, okay? So how do I contact the respective entity's core account manager? So because you might tag the wrong person, right? So here you just tag the respective, you tag them, and then you can refer to the ER database to actually see who is the core account manager, or you can telegram them privately. And then how do you know who is the core account manager? It's based on ER database, which is here. So I'll click this. Okay. So I'm not sure if any certain LCs filled in already. Okay, only my EST filled in lah. Yeah. So moving on, a lot of people's name will be here. So you can just straight away duplicate here, then put here. Okay, put like EP, for example, something like that. Okay. Yeah, and then other people can just insert below. Okay. So here you need to put in all your LC's sales team information under this ER database. So this applies to everyone who is involved in the sales team. Yeah, so coming back, so all sales teams LCVP or PIC are the core account managers. Okay, so meaning if you are, let's say you are the VP PD, you're the head of PD, right? Then you are the core account manager. Then for IGV also same, like if let's say your IGV is managing the NCR here, right? Then your IGV would be the I'll say core account manager. Or unless it's under the situation where, okay, you already have a director of NCR in charge, then your director of NCR would be the core account manager. So every function need to have a core account manager. Okay, be very clear on that. Yeah. Okay, so everyone, you can start to fill in your information now already. Then from here, right, because you already written your name and your email. So when people tag you in HubSpot, then they actually know who to tag. Because when you type people's name, they will show the email. Then from here, they can cross-check, okay, whether I'm tagging the core account manager or not. Okay. Yeah, and then, okay, that's for the ER database basics. Okay, yeah, I think I just continue. Wait, I click back here. Yeah, then moving on, right, this database also serves the purpose for the documentation of duplicated leads and the violation. So that I'll explain more. Moving on is the Telegram group communication. So remember here I mentioned is that you can tag the people on HubSpot, right? But if you want to make things faster, you can either privately message that person or you message in the group here. Okay, so again, everyone involved in sales or external communication will need to join this group. You can click here. Here is the link. And then some of you guys who joined the sales summit on this March, April, then you are in the group already. So that's why previously got a bit more active. Okay. Yeah. So here, the purpose of having this group is also to ensure that people around different functions, right, then they can communicate with each other also. Yeah. So here, I also given a format, like you guys like standardized stuff, right? Okay, I give you a format. Okay, so if let's say you have certain leads you are interested to take or want to approach, right, then you can go according to this format. So you put the lead name, the HubSpot link, and then you mention which is the LC. You mention your own LC, right? Which LC is interested, and then your function. Then you tag the current LC ownership. So the current LC and then the person who is handling. Yeah, then you tell them, hey, I'm interested to approach me, if you're still contacting them. Okay. Yeah. Okay, moving on. That's also okay. The duplicated lead management. Yeah. So and then as there's also another case, right? Is I want to approach this NGO or I want to approach this company, but then there's already a lot of the same names already. So what should you do? Yeah. So mainly is to research on which are the existing leads that are actually the same. So from here you can see SMK Convent, right? It's not necessarily the same because the location may be different. Yeah, so some may share similar name but different context. So after you cross-check which one is the same one, right? Then you cross-check, okay, which one are active or got any last contact. Then you communicate and align with the LCs that have the active deals and then like align with them to actually put it together. So what do I mean by put it together? Yeah, so you put down on the ER database tab and then you inform your respective MCVP, okay? So if let's say it's the IGV one, then you tag Yijian, okay? But then for PD, IGV, and NCR, then you tag me. You can tag Josephine also, but she'll tag me in the end, okay? Then, okay, so for example, okay, like here, Brandon, the EST already got a case where this SW Corp Malaysia, then actually got 3 links that are actually the same, 4 links actually. and then like he wants to merge together. So only MC can merge. So I know previously I got tell IGV before that you guys can merge, but actually now we standardize is only MC can merge. Okay, but then you guys need to align, and then if everyone agree that can merge, right? Yeah, then the person who is interested or the person wants to merge, then will let me know. Then I'll merge it together to the main link like that. So for this one, Brandon's one, the EST one, then I think he haven't aligned with you guys. And then UMP don't exist anymore. But anyways, yeah. Okay. So far cool. Is it too fast? Because I know my. Okay, great. But we still have the Q&A in the end if you still got a question. Okay, moving on. The next one is violation. Yeah. So okay, a lot of times you say, yeah, the other LC take my lead or MC take my lead, something like that. Yeah, and then okay, then but no consequences, blah blah blah. So we also have the violation management, which is on the same tab also. So technically, in a sense that you can actually inform your respective MCVP if anyone over contact your leads. Yeah. So here is okay. So if you go and contact another LC's lead, right, which they are actively contacting, you would actually get a penalty, and the penalty is a 1 week suspension of doing cold call. Okay, so you can still contact your existing partners, but you cannot contact any new ones. Okay, yeah. So if let's say they haven't formed any partnership, they are just contacting, right? Then you will only receive the penalty for 1 week to not do any cold call. Yeah, and this is applied for your whole LC, so it's not only your function. Meaning NCR here, if you over cross any other LC's leads, right, means that your IGTA, your ERWA, your PDIGV all cannot do cold call. Okay, and then if let's say it's an existing partner, then you cannot do cold call for 2 weeks. Okay, based on compendium set by people long time ago. And then if let's say the clash of communication resulted in the partner pull out or dissatisfied, then because already got damage already, so your LC cannot do cold call for a whole month. Okay, yeah. So how do we actually inform this, right? So if you encounter any scenarios where your active lead has been approached by other entities without your permission, right, you can document the context here. Okay, then and tag your respective MCVP, then they will look into it. Yeah, then here are the information that MC field. Here is everyone else field. Then here we will decide what is the violation status and then what is the way forward. So for example, LC Lover is suspended from contacting any new partners for 1 week. Yeah, like that. And also, okay, taking into consideration, right, maybe some of the partners you contacted before, but they say you reapproach them a few months later. So we also got put here. So can anyone proceed if the lead is on hold? So if let's say your lead is on hold, right, you need to put in the reason why it's on hold and then the date where you would recontact the lead. Okay, so if you didn't document this information, right, then other LCs, okay, so if you already put in the information, then other LCs cannot take the lead. But then if you yourself didn't put in the information, right, and the recontacting date, then we'll go according to the normal procedure where other people can actually take the lead if it's after 60 days already. Yeah. And moving on, there are also some questions that was previously asked, right? So we also put a frequently asked question here. Yeah. And you can check by yourself also. And then there are some minor amendments, but I wouldn't explain this. Okay. So hopefully everyone is clearer on ER principle. I hope you didn't get more blur because of this. So I think, and then I think you guys may have more questions also. So technically we are downscaling to everyone by this week and next week. So depending on commission, then we'll give everyone a buffering time and also downscale to your members or maybe share with other functions if it's related. Yeah, and then we'll also remind everyone to update the ER database, okay? And then the deadline to fill in the ER database is 19, okay? 19th of September, which is 1 month later. And then starting on 20th, right, the violation management would start effect. So if now you still have clashing, okay, we can still be lenient. But then after starting from 20th September, if got any violation, then we would actually really look into it to implement any penalty. Yeah. And then for the deal naming, right, so we mentioned about the standardized deal name. for everyone's easier communication, right? So definitely we wouldn't expect everyone to change all your old leads name, okay? But then we would encourage you to change the old leads name according to this format, especially those that you're actively contacting, so that if other functions want to approach them, they know what's the situation, like that. Yeah, but this one is only starting from, for every new lead, every new lead that started, every new deal created starting from 20th September, right? Then must go according to this format. So here also mentioned, so old deals will encourage you but wouldn't violate. But then the new deals must strictly follow the latest guideline. Yeah, then week 5 is nothing. Okay, so I finished explaining already. Yeah, any Q&As? Oh, sorry for taking time.
Hello, I just want to ask, has this been downscaled to PD.com?
PD not yet. PD is next week.
Oh, okay, noted. That's all.
Another question for me. Has this been downscaled to NCR Commission also?
Around this week and next week. I didn't check date by date with Mila. But then all the sales team already know they need to downscale. Okay. So even IGTA also knows.
All right, thanks.
Which means everyone here is the first one. Okay, if you know question, you can put a code. I'm not sure everyone's response right now. So are you clearer now, or are you more confused? I did scared if you get more confused. I hope that you get clearer. And I saw the response just now. It's like, oh, finally got booklet. Wow, okay. Okay, but if you still got any questions, you can feel free to approach me lah. So mainly your NCR staff is approach Josephine, right? And then the LVVIR youth staff is approach Vincent. Right? For this one, you can directly approach me lah. Yeah, and then you can also spend some time to read yourself afterwards, including the FAQ. Okay, so that's all from my side. Thank you, everyone. And then I'll pass it back to Josephine, but I think I'll continue share screen.
Okay.